Going on to another video, I think I've just seen it pop up, and I love these kind of things. But Young Bob, I know you're a bit of a fan of Young Bob, aren't you?
I am indeed. Is this his turning point? Antics that he's been doing recently.
Yeah, sort of recently, of course, going out and following the footsteps of Charlie Kirk, so to speak. He started a new thing, of course, debating people out on the streets. Fairly, an articulate young man, a Christian. So some parallels there between him and, of course, Charlie Kirk. But has started this, and there's a very interesting clip of an insane pro-trans leftist saying white people shouldn't exist during a prove me wrong debate. Should we have a watch of this video?
But they don't exist.
Right? People should not exist. I was going to say something really nice to you. Listen, I know that you don't agree that transgenderism is real, but it's very real. Those people are very real. Just like you. No, they are very real, and their feelings matter, and their right to existence fucking matters. Okay? Your right to existence fucking matters, even though I don't like you.
Even though
it still matters. Okay. You get to be who you are because you are. Get the fuck out of here. You get to be who you are. No, he's like, why do they hate Charlie? He's coming up. He's fucking shit. He's doing shit. He's fucking shit. Babe, just let me do my thing. Listen, you get to live. You get to be yourself. You get to be yourself. You get to exist as a white dude living in this fucking world. Transgender people get to fucking be who they want.
Well, no, they're not legitimate. They're not legitimately women if they are biologically men.
You don't tell me transgender people don't get to live. Man.
They don't exist.
They fucking exist.
They don't.
Transgender people exist.
They don't.
Fucking internet. Transgender people exist. They have the right to exist. They will always exist.
They can exist as the biological sex that they exist as, but they don't exist.
Right? People should not fucking exist.
Also,
white people. Whoa, calling for a white genocide. Very tolerant.
Enemy is Satan.
What a bellend, man. I mean, these guys get super angry. These angry liberal American people, they get so I think he's going to have a heart attack one day, just the way he's carrying on speaking, getting so angry about certain things. But, I mean, look, listen, I wouldn't go that far and say trans people don't deserve to exist, personally. That's not my words. But the fact that he's going it the other way, he's making an argument for them, saying that they have every right to live and exist in the world or whatever. But and then he goes out and basically calls for almost like a white genocide. White people don't get to exist. So he just contradicted this whole argument by just saying that straight away. And he just showed that he's a racist bigot. And what a fucking lunatic.
Yeah, it's a bit of a nuance, right? Because me personally, I'm more libertarian on the issue. If you're above 18, you can really do what you want, but you really shouldn't encroach on my freedoms and make me, call you something that is technically false. I shouldn't have to adhere to pronouns that you tell me that change by the minute. And what Bob is saying there is, they exist as the biological sex that they were born as, but not as the identity that they created for themselves, which is, in retrospect, it's true, right? Because they are the biological sex that they are born as. But calling for a white genocide as a use of an argument, it is completely just backfires on himself, right? He's hypocritical because he's saying that, trans people should exist and white people shouldn't. Well, you've just debased your whole claim right there and shown your true colors. And it's so weird how angry they get over this situation, right? You can really feel the anger, the blood boiling in as he speaks in the conversation. And he talks about, he's a Charlie Kirk guy. Well, cool. A lot of people think the same way. And just because you're in your little echo chamber of opinions and no one challenges them doesn't mean that you're correct. It just means that you don't have the right information to base your judgment of reality upon.
Yeah, no, look, if you ever didn't think that leftism has, or far leftism has a mental illness, this is what the individuals that you're up against. He's so angry. I always use this argument as well. He seems like a guy who can't control emotion. Now, a man that can't control emotion usually ends really bad. I'm not saying that don't talk about your feelings if you're a man as such, but you need to be able to control your emotion. This guy can't control emotion. And that's why you see a lot of nonces and a lot of murderers being thrall men like that. Like when you were younger, you used to like think that a murderer would be this tough guy, right? A big guy. But it's always these sort of weird, skinny, liberal people that turn out to be murderers because they can't control their emotions. And he seems like he's going down that route where he can't. He's getting so angry about something, about words, that he can't control what he's feeling and what he's doing and what he's saying clearly. Something that his main thoughts that came from the back of his mind, he let it out because he couldn't control his emotions. So he showed his true colors of what he actually thinks. And then, you know, if in other cases and circumstances, they could end up, you know, committing heinous acts because they can't control their emotions.
Yeah, and if you're a slave to your emotions, you're no better than an animal, right? We have a conscience, you know, we have this like higher thought, higher level of consciousness that separates us, you know, to an extent from the animal kingdom. And if you can't control them emotions, then you're no better than a dog. And I love dogs, by the way, don't get me wrong, but it just goes to show, you know, if you really, you can feel the emotions. We're not telling people to suppress their emotions, but it's really about controlling the emotions and making sure that you are, you know, in civil debate, you know, your points do you're talking for you, right? Without being angry or calling for the genocide of white people. Incredibly interesting debating tactic there. I'm not sure that's going to bode too well for him.
No, what an idiot. I know you're running out of time on your side, my man, so we'll probably have to call it off there. But yeah, have you got any sort of final words for us? A bit of a shorter podcast episode today, but rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as I'm back in the studio, which is not long away, I think it's like a couple of weeks away, we've got big plans. We've got some big stuff. I don't like to be that guy who says, yeah, we got big plans. We'll rather show it with action. But just know things are brewing. And we are coping with sort of video footage. It's harder when we're in different locations. So when we're actually there, there's just going to be better things to be able to react to in sort of real time without the logistic issue of sorting videos out online and the preparation. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. What are your final thoughts,
as always, guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Every subscriber does help us move towards that goal of 20,000 subscribers. That's the next goal we're trying to hit. And obviously, the more subscribers we have, the more leverage we have on getting better guests on the podcast. Let me know who you want to see us speak to down below. If you have any sort of political figures or pundits, etc., politicians in the UK that you want to see us speak to, and I'm sure we can make it happen next year. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Peace.
Take care, peace.